dust storm, man. Nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
Alright, so last time we got together, we had a whopping 2 topics to talk about. Tonight, we're rolling like 5 times that. This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe. Of course, with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey, Doug, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing alright. I mean, I'm kind of blown away. I don't think we've had this much stuff to talk about in, I don't know, a year.
Yeah, I know. It's it's been kind of crazy that way.
I mean, it's a lot of little things.
Right.
I mean, it's not like we got 10 groundbreaking topics for tonight.
Right.
But there's some good stuff in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my stuff. We got stuff to talk about. It's crazy. So, I think on the forefront of everyone's mind is the Book of Boba Fett, right?
Right. We are anxiously awaiting. We are less than 30 days from it.
Yeah, it's crazy about time, right?
Exactly.
We're gonna have some Star Wars to watch again.
Exactly.
I think it's the longest we've gone in a minute. Like,
it kind of feels that way, doesn't it? I mean, we're kind of getting spoiled, I think, and
yeah, it probably actually isn't
right
the longest we've gone.
Exactly.
But it feels that way because it got pretty heavy there for a minute.
Right.
So, I mean, hell, we had a point where we weren't even like 6 months in between movie releases. Like,
exactly.
It's like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Go ahead.
So we've been treated to two teaser trailers.
Right.
Not a lot there.
No, not a lot there, but little tidbits.
A little bit. We're being reminded that he's Boba Fett.
Right.
There's that. That was throwing me. Okay, like I gotta say it. I don't want to go right to the negative, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
But this I am Boba Fett. In both of these teasers, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we know who you are.
That is why we're watching, bro.
Right.
And I think even the casual Star Wars fan recognizes Boba Fett, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Boba Fett's been so mainstream for so long. Like, I have casual Star Wars fans, like friends.
yes.
That have claimed, I had the rocket firing Boba Fett. Like,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
well, this is how I know you're a casual because no, you didn't. Shut up.
Exactly. That's funny.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That the legend of the rocket firing Boba Fett is in the outside of the hardcore Star Wars fan lexicon, right?
Right.
So I don't think you need to put that character in the helmet on the screen and then say, yes, I'm Boba Fett.
So do you think there's something to that, though? I mean, do you think it's got something to do with how the character is going to play out in the show? Like, like he's got something to prove now, he's back and he's going to, show everybody he's here. He's not going to take crap from anyone.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that phrase get used.
Right.
Like as a cocky kind of retort.
Yeah.
Like, hey, why do you get to be in charge? I'm Boba Fett, dude. Like,
right. Yeah. Because I said so.
Yeah. Like, I'm Boba Fett. I'm the, one of the most popular Star Wars characters of all time with 2 minutes of screen time. Like, freaking Boba Fett, dude.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to say that exact line, too.
So So I mean, I do think that's going to be the thing, though. Like, it's going to be one of those kinds of moments. Like, well, who are you to take the throne?
Yeah.
On Boba Fett?
Makes
What
sense.
does that mean to you?
And
maybe as a reputation establishing line, right?
Right. Yeah, everybody's heard of Boba Fett.
He's going to say that, and everybody's going to be like, oh, shit, maybe we should shut up.
Yeah. There's going to be that one guy, though, who says, never heard of you. Yeah.
Kind of name is that?
Exactly. Yeah. Isn't it funny, though? We just had the same idea, and it's like, you know, hey, we could rate this stuff.
I am Boba Fett. Is that the drink with the like bubbles in it?
Yeah, it's a. I know, that's funny. Yeah, tapioca stuff, right?
So the other thing we found out this week. Oh, I will say this though. Going back to the trailers before we go on to the next part.
Yeah.
We do see him in what looks like a back-to-bath, right?
Yes.
Now, my first reaction when I saw that is like, man, how long was he in that Sarlacc? Like,
right?
It's Tim Morrison now in the back-to-bath. Like, you just get out? Like,
well, I think I mentioned to you, I think this is kind of an ongoing thing for him. Like, ongoing treatment, so to speak.
So he's getting a Vader treatment. Like,
kind of is what I'm getting the impression of.
Like, it was an experience that was that hard on his body that it's like Vader. He's got to continuously get treated for it.
Right.
I mean, he was being slowly digested.
Which is never good for you. That's
no, definitely bad for the skin.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if the suns on Tatooine weren't enough for your skin, being slowly digested in a Sarlacc, it's got to be, next level bad.
Right.
Definitely got to moisturize now.
For sure. That back to, very
that's good shit.
Lubricating, yeah.
All right, so the other thing was we get an episode number.
An episode number?
Yeah, there will be 7 episodes.
Yes. Number of episodes, absolutely.
So 7 episodes.
So what do you make of that? Because I think the rumor was going to be 8, right? Follow
8.
follow the lead of the Mandalorian kind of thing.
I mean, you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, of course.
I think they ran out of ideas.
It's a good possibility.
Like, dude, we literally have nothing to go on.
Right.
2 minutes. 2 minutes is what this guy has.
That's funny. Yeah, you know what though? That just means they can make it all up. So,
That's not how Hollywood rolls now.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, come on. I'm not wrong when I say that's not how Hollywood rolls now. They don't make stuff up anymore. Okay.
Yeah,
they
true.
repurpose. They remaster.
Right. Yes. Remake.
You
Yeah.
You pitch something like that. It's like, whoa. Original content? You freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, is there a book? Can we go off of a book?
Yeah. The public will never accept it.
Like, oh, go get the Ghostbusters, guys. We're done with these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's either that though, or there's going to be a double episode.
I'm kind of thinking maybe that might be because, might end up with like a big finale type thing or something.
Or a big opener, right?
Yeah. Either way, I could see a 90-minute maybe. Or, not. Usually none of the episodes are an hour, but if it's an hour 15 or hour 10 or something like that, on each end to bookend it.
A double episode opener, like that's Filoni's signature, man. That's
yes, he's done that quite a lot with the Clone Wars. Yeah. Rebels.
So they're saying 7 right now. But the first one's super long.
Right.
And when it gets released, it'll be part 1 and part 2 of the first one.
Exactly. Yeah. If it was like a box set type thing. Yeah.
It's funny. I say when it gets released, like
I know, like
the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett's ever going to see like a DVD or Blu-ray release.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Nobody wants physical copies anymore.
No.
Sad.
Dead, man. Dead. Showing my age, talking about Blu-rays, right?
Yeah. When can I get the beta copy?
Right.
Betamax. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy though. Like I would totally buy physical copies of this stuff.
Sure. I mean, I love owning that kind of stuff, but just doesn't happen anymore.
It's just nice to not have to rely on an internet connection sometimes.
Right. Think about, well, I shouldn't say that. Then you don't have to, you can take it camping with you, but every time I've been camping, I still get internet. So
yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like the last couple times I went camping, I here's the Wi-Fi password. I was like, a campground has frickin' Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Like, what? Who brings? I mean, I guess for your phone, but
well,
my initial thought was like, who's bringing their computer to the freaking campground?
See, showing your age again, buddy.
I know. Who carries a computer anymore?
Exactly.
God, you're old.
Too funny.
I don't know. Those of us that like watching stuff on a decent sized screen.
Yeah, well, you can just fling it from your phone to the TV set in the camper.
I camp in a tent.
Yeah, I know.
There ain't no 60-inch TV in my tent. All right?
I don't have a 60/40.
I was being sarcastic.
It's true though.
It was my shot at the glamping campers, right? Like
that's me and my wife. Yep.
When I go camping, I'm in a tent, cook my meals over a fire.
Hey, I still cook over a fire.
There ain't granite countertops, right? Like
I don't have granite countertops.
They look like it though.
Do you have an island?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Laminate countertops.
That's right.
That look like granite.
It's a true statement.
All right, back to Star Wars.
Yes.
But yeah. So yeah, I mean we're less than a month away.
Right.
And we can get back to talking about some new Star Wars content every single week.
Exactly.
For only 7 weeks.
Can't wait for that. I got a feeling it's going to have a little more longevity than that.
Yeah, I mean well, maybe.
So negative.
I'm not negative. It's just
Boba Fett.
yeah. I don't know. You know what? Never mind. I mean, 2 minutes of screen time got this guy by for, 40 years.
Exactly.
So now he's going to get 7 episodes. We'll be talking about Boba Fett for the next 1,000 years.
Yes. Yes, we will.
All right. So The Mandalorian.
Uh-huh. Great show.
Yes. I mean, that's why we were talking about the last show, right? So Kathleen Kennedy revealed in a recent interview with Empire, and I say revealed loosely, like it's not like she came out and said, "Oh yeah." But basically that the content that was set to be in the spin-off Rangers of the New Republic
Mm-hmm.
will be incorporated into The Mandalorian.
Right.
Now, that being said, I did think it was odd that there was this show, Rangers of the New Republic, announced.
Right.
And then here is Kathleen Kennedy's quote. We'd never written any scripts or anything on that. Some of that will figure into future episodes, I'm sure, of Mandalorian. Okay. So you announce a show and you haven't written anything?
Yeah.
Since when?
Hey, it's kind of how they do things, isn't it?
I mean, that's just, I gotta say, like, with that being said,
Uh-huh.
how serious do we take any announcement? Especially any big announcement that's got 15 things on the board behind her.
Well, you gotta you gotta consider here, like, a lot of these announcements lately have been kind of, how many have come to fruition, right? I mean,
well, I mean, and
that track
that's
record
the same
is
thing, right?
not so good.
This announcement, they were talking about the Rian Johnson trilogy.
Right.
They were talking about Rogue Squadron.
Yep.
They're talking about Rangers of the New Republic. Like, what the hell's going on here? Are you just announcing shit? Like, you come up with names, throw them at the boards, like, oh yeah, we're going to do that. Here's the name. Like, you have nothing written. What's the pitch?
Well, I don't know. I think that's what has got most people scratching their head right now, asking the same questions. You know, like, what are you doing here?
Right. That just, it's like, how, my question is, how seriously do we take these announcements now?
Yeah, well, a lot of people are asking the same question because, you know, it's we're not seeing a whole bunch of stuff come to fruition that you've been talking about. You know, that's the thing.
Right. And I mean, this is, you know, there was the Benioff and Weiss trilogy. There was the, like, and that wasn't on the board. So, you know, that's prior to them using a fancy board to say, hey, look at all this stuff.
Right.
But, I mean, we can almost take the board now and just start putting X's over the stuff that, like, and just keep putting that out. Like, you know, this is the meme of the day for Star Wars. Just keep putting an X in what's canceled.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of how it's been.
Yeah, in fact, I'll probably have that up next week.
I'm sure you can find one somewhere online.
Yeah, I'm sure it's already been done.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing, though, that, you know, it doesn't instill a whole lot of confidence in the fan base, you know. It's, you've really got to, I don't know. You keep making promises and then have them not come to pass, and people are going to start to get like, okay, you know, just let me know when something's going to be in theaters. You know, I mean,
like, apparently the pitch now is if you show up with a decent looking logo, they're going to be like, oh yeah, we're putting that on the board.
Right. I don't know if they show up with the logos. I think they have an art department for that. You know, at least those guys can get something done.
So this begs another question, right?
Yeah.
So I understand it's just rumor
Uh-huh.
that Rangers of the New Republic was going to feature Cara Dune very heavily.
Right. It was very coincidental that
Gina Carano gets fired,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, Rangers of the New Republic is done.
right.
Suspended indefinitely.
Yep.
So that just fed that rumor even more.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's one of those cases where it's like, you know, it's almost like too coincidental to just be rumor. You know what I mean?
It's not a coincidence.
Anyway, you were saying.
I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that almost makes me wonder, is Cara Dune going to be featured in the future of The Mandalorian? And does that make them liars once again when they recast the character that they said they weren't going to recast? Or do they bring Gina Carano back?
You know, it's one of those things where I think you might end up seeing them backpedal again. You know, either way that they go, either scenario you just put out there, I could see happening.
Well, yeah, I mean, either way, you recast, you got explaining to do because you said you weren't going to do that.
Yep.
If you bring her back, you got some explaining to do because why'd you fire her in the first place?
Right.
Like, the PR for this stuff is just a nightmare.
It is. Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I don't know. I love that they, you know.
Like, they could do a game show at the next celebration and announce a bunch of stuff that they're going to work on, and they could call it, which of these are we actually going to make?
Right. Yeah. Never going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it just almost feels like they're just doing stuff to stay relevant.
Yeah.
While they work on the stuff that they're actually going to release. Like, they're just trying to keep the fever pitch up there.
Sure, but what is it that they're working on that they're going to release? Because, I mean, you know, it's starting to get to a point here where it's like, kind of wondering, you know what I mean?
I mean, they're releasing stuff, and I think they're going to continue to release stuff, but it's not going to be everything that they announce.
Well, that's clearly evident.
I mean, I remember when we were getting mad about, like, Battlefront 3 is not happening. They announced that. It's not going to happen.
Right.
and then it was like, oh, 1313. Yeah, they're doing it. Delayed. And Disney bought it and canceled because that's what Disney does. They cancel stuff.
Right.
Yeah, just detours, right? Like, here it is again.
Yep.
And then, you know, those were just the, you know, George Lucas era hangovers.
Right.
And now they ran out of George Lucas stuff to cancel, so now they're making up their own stuff to cancel. Like maybe it's a fetish. I don't know.
It's something. I mean, it's hard to say what they're thinking, what they're doing with that, or if these are projects that they're really seriously, you know, getting into the works, but
they're not though. They're not even writing the damn script.
But well, yeah. But is she really right about that? I mean, is she? Because
I hope the president would know.
You would hope that she would know, but is she being truthful about that? Is what I'm getting at. Because, you know, why would you have
not even scripts? Like, because it's like we never written any scripts or anything on that. Like, let's say we never wrote a damn thing. We wrote the name.
Yeah, we came up with a title. That's just, in my opinion, bad business. Then I can't see them being that flippant with Star Wars.
Can't see a verbal pitch, you know, in a meeting being good enough to put on a board to announce to your fandom.
Exactly. Especially this fandom. You know, if that's what they're doing, then they don't understand the Star Wars fan base. That's what's really bothersome about it to me.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you even approve moving forward on a project with nothing?
Right. I mean, I don't know. There had to be something there for her to announce all this stuff. That's all I got to say. There had to be.
Like, that's like me, like, hiring someone to remodel my bathroom because they have a good idea. They're not going to tell me what it is.
Right. Yeah. Trust me, you'll love it. As soon as I think of it.
Like, hey, man, what's up in my bathroom? Oh, yeah, about that.
Yeah, we're getting there. Don't worry.
I never wrote anything. I never had a plan. What the hell did I hire you for? I don't know. That's a good question.
It's your fault. You hired me.
Right. So, sticking with the no development with the Star Wars project.
Uh-huh.
She got into the rumor that James Mangold was working on a Boba Fett movie.
Right.
Into the Josh Trank movie. All right, so we'll start with her quote.
Yeah.
There really was virtually no previous development. We never got very far with Josh, quite frankly, because we never developed anything specific with him. What the hell?
Apparently,
Like, how'd you pitch that to Josh Trank, right? Like, hey, man, we want you to do something. Okay, what? I don't know. Star Wars.
right.
Something Star Wars. Okay, cool. And then she says, and Jim Mangold never worked on a Boba Fett story. I don't think that's true. I think James Mangold did work on a Boba Fett story. It wasn't sanctioned.
Right.
Because if I remember, and I could be wrong, I thought he had a pitch.
I thought so too, honestly. I think there was something there to that.
So yeah, maybe he never worked on it for pay.
Right. So all I got to say is, if none of these things that were rumored prior are actually happening, what are they doing with all their time over at Lucasfilm?
And this isn't, and rumor's not even the right word. Like, it's not rumored that Josh Trank was working with Lucasfilm. They announced he was working with Lucasfilm on a Star Wars project.
Right.
But they never did anything. So how do you announce that you're working with somebody on something, but you're never working on nothing?
That's what I'm saying. They sound pretty inefficient.
You know, that's like saying you did a job, but you never showed up to it.
Exactly.
So they hired me.
It's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, if I produce that kind of performance at work, yeah, time to get rid of me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
Crazy. Yeah, this is not good work.
No.
I mean, you're right. You know, she may not be good with interviews.
Right.
And I mean, but like these words, like virtually no previous development. Okay, I guess that means there could have been something, but it was next to nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we'd never written any scripts or anything any scripts or anything. Maybe there's something that was written at some points, but scripts or anything means that there wasn't even a treatment, right? Like,
right.
Yeah, just weird statements.
Yeah, definitely weird stuff. I don't know. I'm left questioning, you know, what is it exactly that they are doing with Star Wars right now?
The Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, well, I know, but I mean the long-term projects, the films that are supposed to be coming out. You know, those are what everyone's really, you know how it is with Star Wars. You know, it's always the big blockbuster that's going to be the next meaty thing that you can sink your teeth into. And, you know, those all just seem to be fizzling out and going away.
Well, I think they're definitely distracted. They're definitely distracted by Disney Plus series, making series for the streaming service. I think we're entering a point where Star Wars films are going to be suspended for much longer than we thought.
You know, that's fine. I
Say it.
I agree with that, but we just had Disney Plus Day, and that was a big get ready. And for Star Wars fans, it's kind of, here's a little bit of nothing. Really, when you think about it. So,
Yeah.
Even with Disney Plus, it's like we know stuff's coming, and we were really expecting to see some, like, juicy stuff to get us going here. We got to see Ewan McGregor talk about how great it was to play Obi-Wan, but that was it. Give us something. Give us a picture of him on a I don't know, a still shot. Something.
Interview. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, we never really worked on any scripts or anything for that.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
All right. What do we want to do next? I think it's time to move on.
Okay.
Because we could bitch about that all night.
Oh, we certainly could.
All right, Adam Driver.
Yeah, Ben, Kylo. Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a klepto.
Right.
Okay, I'm kidding, right? Like, I can't say that for sure. He might have had permission.
Yeah, well, yeah. As I understand it, this sort of thing goes on.
Yeah,
all the time.
We just know in the past, yeah, actors were totally stealing that stuff.
Exactly.
Because they know they're going to throw it away, right? Like, let's be real here.
They're going to throw it away, or it all gets put into, like, a storage bin.
George's closet, right?
Yeah, George's closet, yes. Hey, you got a museum to fill now. Yeah.
So, yeah, he let out there just the kind of memorabilia that he has from stuff he's worked on.
Right.
He was talking about what he got from Star Wars. He says, I have lots of stuff. I for sure have a helmet. I have 2 helmets, actually. I like in the beginning there. He's like, I for sure have a helmet.
Right.
Like, maybe.
Got one, yeah.
Actually, I got 2.
Actually 2, yeah.
Yeah. He has a lightsaber. And then he says, I have stuff from The Dead Don't Die. Every movie I try to take something.
I think that's the key phrase right there.
Take something.
Every production that he's going to be working on moving forward, it's like, okay, your job, watch Adam. Make sure he doesn't take anything. If everyone goes on break and he's still hanging around on the set, don't let him touch anything.
Right. I'd like that. Like, I have 2 helmets, actually. Like, do you have 2 because the first one disappeared? Like,
yeah, exactly.
They're like, hey, where's the helmet? And he's like, oh.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's in his car.
And then he broke it. So that's why they had to make the broken helmet.
I think the first one disappeared on set. He was just punching a wall. They're like, put the helmet in there. We have no idea where that damn thing went.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, we had to make a new helmet. Let's make it different. So in this one, let's weld it back together because he broke it, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Then they got towards the end of that movie. They're like, where the hell did the helmet go? It's like, all right, I guess he's Ben again. He was driving the script.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why things went so well for Rian Johnson. It's like Adam Driver basically made the script for him.
Yeah, you can't just come up with these things, the next day.
Exactly.
When the helmet disappears, you got to. It's easier to fix the script than it is to get a new helmet. It's actually probably kind of true.
Right?
So they asked him, like, a specific purpose for his props that he, takes.
Uh-huh.
He says he wears his helmets when he drives, just to confuse people.
That's funny.
I don't really see it. That's not safe.
Well, you know, I mean, I
I've seen
guess.
the Kylo Ren helmet, dude.
Yeah.
Your vision's not very good, that thing.
You could say it's a distraction. Yeah.
Yeah, for someone.
Could you imagine
Oh,
being a little kid on the road, though? You know, your parents are driving, you look out the side window, and there's Kylo Ren driving a Buick. I mean,
see, what would really get him, though, is like, you're like, what the hell? Hey, that guy's Kylo Ren. And he takes the helmet off. He's like, holy shit, it really is Kylo Ren.
exactly. Yes. That would be amazing.
That would get me. I'd have to pull over.
Right.
Like, what just happened?
My Star Wars dreams just came true.
No, I mean, my Star Wars dreams would be like, it's Mark Hamill driving next to me, and he holds his arm up, and his hand's missing. Be like, whoa!
Right, yeah. He's got the prosthetic, right? Or he's wearing the one glove.
Right. See, he should drive around with one glove.
Absolutely.
All right. So enough accusing Adam Driver of stealing shit.
Oh, yes.
But he also meant, you know, he was also out saying that he would not be opposed to coming back.
That's cool. I mean, except for the whole being dead and all.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, did you watch the movie?
Right. Hey, you know, we've taken some liberties with the Force here in the sequel trilogy. Let's just make it so complete reincarnation. How's that? You know.
Yeah, I mean, if they wouldn't have disappeared the body, right? Like,
hey, if it disappears, it can reappear. Just saying.
Can it?
Yeah, I would say no, but you know.
Like, if you leave the body there, it's like, oh, she figured it out. You know, weirder things have happened in Star Wars, right?
Right.
Spider-Man, things like that.
Right. Yes.
But no, he disappeared, dude. Like, there ain't no coming back from that. So far.
I was just gonna say, there might be. You never know.
You got some splaining to do on that one, though.
Well, oh wait, they'll do that in a book.
I mean, like, if you'd have left the body there, they've already traded resurrections, right? They each resurrected each other.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So, like,
that did happen.
Yep. You know, maybe they can figure out one where you don't have to die to do it.
Right. That'd be something. I don't know. But okay. Did we touch on the thing Kathleen Kennedy said about the sequel characters?
Nope.
Right. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, but do we really take, you know, what she has to say on that in all seriousness?
I was going to say, so far, apparently we can't believe what she says. But she did say to Empire also.
Although this may work. She
What?
said it to Empire. She seems to be telling the truth in this one.
Okay. She says, quote, in regards to the sequel trilogy characters, certainly those are not characters we're going to forget. They will live on, and those are conversations that are going on with the creative team as well. So...
We ain't writing nothing down because we don't want to be backed into a corner.
And who's
talking about it?
Who's the creative team? Because, okay, I think you listed off a bunch earlier, right? There's Benioff and Weiss, and there's Patty Jenkins, and wait. Yeah, we've had talks with the creative team, but that team doesn't exist anymore. So
Yeah, they're all gone.
right.
That's how we make them feel better about parting ways. You know, they're still part of the team, you know?
Exactly. I just wonder though, like, why would he? I don't know. It's always weird, right? The actor says, "Yeah, I'd be willing to come back," and they're talking like, we're not going to forget about those characters, and well, okay, but I don't know how's this going to work, because I just
Look, there's tons of new Lego stuff in the works.
yeah, Lego stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we already know he's not against reprising Kylo Ren. I mean, he did it twice on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, I don't know where do you fit him in though? Like,
yeah, I mean,
do you use him for a younger Kylo Ren? Like, I guess you could do pre the Meddlesome Resistance.
Yeah, you could do that. I don't know. They're talking about all of these characters, and they're all great characters. I just don't know what they would do at this point. I mean,
two of the other actors were like, "Yeah, I think I'm done for now."
That is a true statement.
But the guy who's dead is like, "Yeah, I'd do it again."
Yeah. Meanwhile, John Boyega is like, "Yeah, my character really had no, like, no good development." So,
Yeah, what was his latest thing? He can't understand why he's not allowed to talk bad about Star Wars. So he's not a good place with Disney and Star Wars right now.
yeah, exactly.
But let's be real. I mean, in all honesty, that guy got screwed.
There's no doubt. No doubt.
I mean, hell, we all thought he was the main character.
Oh, he looked like it. He was the dude holding the lightsaber on the poster. I mean,
Poster, the first trailer, like, set him up to be the dude. Like,
right.
Then he got to run around screaming rave.
For 3 movies, yes.
Be pissed if I was him too.
Yes, exactly.
So wow, we're back in bash mode tonight, brother.
Yeah, I know, but
they're bringing it on themselves.
I was just going to say, it is true.
Like, yeah, all that said stuff we said we were going to do. Yeah, we never wrote anything. It's okay that we canceled it. We never actually did anything.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm a little, I have a great deal of confidence in the Book of Boba Fett coming up. I have a great deal of confidence in Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Ahsoka series, all that kind of stuff. It's great.
But they all have one thing in common.
Uh-huh.
Disney Plus.
They also have something else in common.
Favreau and Filoni.
That's it. I mean, there's no denying
teamwork
it.
Makes the dream work.
That's right. Yeah. So, I don't know. Here we are at a time again, and I'm just going to put it this way, make it real quick. I don't want to get too deep into it. But there are rumors abound right now that, Favreau and Filoni are going to be signing for a book deal. Or not a book deal, a movie deal.
Let's say they're going to write a book. That's different.
It's different. Yeah. But no, a movie now. And I think it's just since the Rogue Squadron went away, here we are. There's rumor again. But That's where I think we're at.
Well, I mean, that gets half the formula out of the way.
Half the formula?
Yeah, of making things happen right now. Like you got Favreau and Filoni. Okay, so that bodes well.
Yeah, right. Yes, I agree.
The second part of the formula, though, are they going to put it in theaters?
Right.
Because if they are, that doesn't bode well.
Well, I don't see. I mean, Favreau's got a long history of great filmmaking.
Right. But so does a lot of the people that haven't released anything for.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's like
if it doesn't have a Disney Plus tag on it, like straight to Disney Plus movie, I don't know, man.
Right. Yeah. Next thing if these guys start working on a movie, yeah, they'll be like, well, John and Dave don't work here anymore, so
yeah, that might be the end.
Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah, if we want to keep things going the way they are on Disney Plus, then maybe they don't need a movie. That's
it's like, we hired, we've been having trouble, so we decided to hire Dave and John to do a feature film.
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So
creative differences.
Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have separated due to creative differences.
And it's like, you'd have to ask yourself, okay, so you worked out so well together before, what happened?
We put the word feature in there.
Right.
That just screwed it all up.
Yes. Oh.
All right. All right. So you brought up Ahsoka.
I brought up what?
Ahsoka.
Oh, yes.
So now we're entering that time where Ahsoka rumors are going to start.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, you want to take these names? Because
yeah.
how I am with names.
Thanks.
Hey, I can't take all the credit for butchering names.
So while we were on our little holiday, rumor came out that Natasha Leobordizo is going to be joining the cast of Ahsoka as Sabine Wren. Which, you look at her headshot next to a picture of Sabine, I can see it. Kind of works.
It works.
So, not really much there. This is a rumor from Deadline, and they said they've tried to contact Lucasfilm and Bordizzo, and so far they did not return emails seeking comment. So,
it's because they don't write anything over there. You gotta call them.
Right. So, right along the same lines here, same show. New rumor from Deadline as well. Ivana Sakno is joining the cast. No word on what character she'll be playing, but appears as though, according to Deadline, she'll be joining the cast. I don't know. Maybe playing an antagonist role or something of the sort.
Holy
I don't know.
crap. I just looked at her picture.
Yeah.
Governor Price is alive.
You think so?
No, but maybe.
I see where you're coming from with that, but yeah.
I mean, she got blowed up pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. Now that you mention it, wow. I never put that
I'm
together.
looking at her picture right now, and I'm like, holy crap, it's Governor Price.
Right.
I mean, she's blonde in this, but you dye that hair black, and it's all over.
Exactly. Yeah, that would work.
Although, hold on. It doesn't work.
Why?
Because that would mean Governor Price hasn't aged at all.
Yeah, but it could be a flashback.
Oh, yeah, could be a flashback.
You know, I mean, this is something we do in Star Wars now, so all of our speculation has to include such things.
I mean, it's either that or Governor Price just doesn't age. Or she aged well.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. So, again,
Although it's expected to feature Hayden Christensen as Anakin, so
yes.
yeah, definitely probably looking at flashbacks.
Right. That's you know, that's the thing. It's I don't know. I you got to have something like that to be bringing Hayden on, because I can't see him just putting on the suit and the mask and, you know, us never seeing his face.
Although, another thing,
Is
she could be an Inquisitor.
it's true. Yeah, it's a good point.
And that could be flashback or just Inquisitors that are still kind of hanging around.
Yeah, leftover remnant from the Empire.
Yeah. Because I would assume they wouldn't all be gone.
You wouldn't think so, because they're the ones who were sent out to the outer reaches to, you know, find every last vestige of a Jedi, you know, remaining. Yeah.
And then, you know, you think about that, and Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are working on this, and they got a very George Lucas-like mindset.
Right.
And I could totally see George Lucas leaving Inquisitors out there, still hunting for Jedi, not even knowing that the Empire's fallen. You know, like
he
not
likes,
even knowing that the war is over.
right. So he
Very
was,
like a Japanese soldier in the
yeah,
Pacific.
Exactly. And he was around. And this is exactly the sort of story that Filoni might have gotten from George.
Yep.
You know, that, or at least a story idea, you know, something that George was interested in trying to incorporate into a Star Wars story. And it'd be just like Dave to say, well, I know this is something George wanted to do. Now that he can't, I'll handle it, you know?
Yep.
Which I love. I love that because, you know, even if it's not George himself, we're getting little pieces of George in Star Wars still, you know, if that's the case. And I'd like to think that it is.
I think we've already seen that.
Yeah.
I think we've already seen that. I mean, I think the way they rolled in the Aftermath character, Cobb Vanth, right?
Right.
I think the way they rolled him into the Mandalorian was very Georgie, like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
like that execution, like totally kind of like made it a little different in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Very George Lucas way, like, oh yeah, I like that character. I'm gonna make it different, but I like it.
Yes, absolutely. No, you're dead on there, because that whole character, that whole sequence from the books it left me shaking my head. Now, what we saw in The Mandalorian, that was a whole different story.
Yeah, thought that was executed very well.
Yes.
So, all right, we'll have to keep an eye on all that.
Yes.
I mean, we're a little ways out, I think, but I'm not really sure. Like when's has Ahsoka started filming?
No, I don't think it has started filming
Like
yet.
it has.
No. I think that's going to be happening early next year.
Oh wow, we're that far out.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
so they might not have even started writing it.
You're just convinced that nobody does anything at Lucasfilm anymore.
No, it's not that. They talk about a lot of stuff, I think.
Yes.
They don't write it down.
Gotcha.
I mean, with the part you put in there, they haven't responded to emails. Like, you got to call.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, it kind of goes like this. Like Monday, had a great idea. Tuesday, hey, what was that great idea I had?
I don't know. Did you write it down? Shit, I forgot something.
Exactly. That's horrible.
But hey, if you don't write anything down, you can't be incriminated for it later.
That's right. That's true. That's true. And I'm sure everybody working there is worried about that. So.
All their writing's going into Twitter.
Yes, exactly.
So, all right. Last thing. Bill Burr.
Ah, yes. Someone who's not worried about what they say or writing it down.
No. No. Bill Burr, in his very unapologetic fashion,
Yes.
addresses. He was on Kimmel, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Talks about Star Wars fans.
Oh, yeah, okay. The Star Wars fans. He's comparing Star Wars fans to sports fans, right? And this was just kind of.
I mean, we can start with his action figure.
Okay. Yes.
Because I think that kind of rolls into it.
Sure. All right. So apparently he had no idea that he had an action figure, but
which is weird because he was bitching about not having an action.
Yeah, I know. But he has an interesting take on what it looks like.
Good Lord, what is that?
This is your action figure from The Mandalorian. Have you not seen this?
That's pretty damn cool. I kind of look a little Russian. I feel like my
Zoom
name.
in. You do
should
look
have been
Russian.
Boris or something.
There is you're almost doing duck lips, it looks like.
You know what? Sandra Bullock would have dated that guy.
Oh, yeah, no question about it.
I'm literally doing the thing that used to get your friends on MySpace.
On MySpace.
Nice. Yeah, doing the duck lips. Yeah.
I don't remember the duck lips being a thing on MySpace.
Yeah, I know. But still funny.
It's funny. And I will say, that action figure looks Russian.
Oh, absolutely. Boris Mayfeld. Yes.
I saw that action figure. I'm like, oh man, it doesn't look like Bill Burr at all.
He just needs one of those furry hats on it.
Yeah. I mean, and I thought that was kind of disappointing. And I'm going to go down a little action figure collector path here.
Okay.
Hasbro's been doing really well with their head sculpts lately.
Uh-huh.
This one's a miss, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that one very much at all. Like, one, the beard's a little heavy for even what Bill Burr had in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was a bit much.
In fact, I don't think I've ever seen Bill Burr with that particular beard.
Right.
So, yeah, I thought that was a miss on that action figure. I mean, it's cool that he's getting one, but damn, they've been doing so well.
Right.
Still can't find them anywhere, but they've been doing well.
Yeah, they look better. Okay. So here's where he goes on to compare Star Wars fans to sports fans. I don't know. I just thought this was hilarious. This is total Bill Burr.
Right.
Are you a Star Wars guy?
I'm a sports guy.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
more of a
thought.
sports guy. So it's been interesting to go into that world because, those fans are just as rabid as sports fans are, but their vibe is totally different. Where Star Wars fans are like, hey, wow, I really, really liked you in that episode. They're all like respectful and stuff. And then like I always know it's a sports fan because I'll just be walking down the street with my wife and I'll just hear, hey, Billy Bitch Tits. Hey, the Pats suck. And I'll be like, hey, thank you. Thanks for listening to the podcast. So, although the Star Wars people can get a little creepy, like they seem like they'd be in your bushes, possibly, where a sports fan would just be urinating on your bushes. I think they would be in it, trying to think, I don't know.
That's funny. So he's experiencing Star Wars fans for the first time, expressing their admiration. So,
yeah. The Bushes thing, I think he's mixing up Star Wars fans and Star Trek fans. But
yeah, probably. Exactly. I think
that's any fan, right? Like any hardcore, the most extreme of any fandom is going to get weird.
Yes.
Like, and Star Wars fandom has that, gets weird, right? Like,
sure, from time to time, yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of funny though. the politeness, right? Like, and that's very true. I've been to a few conventions, and yeah, fans are pretty polite.
Right.
All in all.
Yeah.
And I've been to plenty of sporting events. Fans aren't so polite.
And they're rowdy. Yes, exactly.
Typically drunk.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a difference. And, clearly he's exaggerating for effect, but,
not on the sports fans, he's not.
Well, no, right. But
I'm a sports fan. I've been to plenty of sporting events. That was accurate.
Yeah, I agree. But, as far as the Star Wars fans go, I think he's exaggerating a little bit. Yes, they're respectful. They express their, that they loved the work that he did on the show, and he's probably just not used to it. He seems like the type of guy who's totally okay with getting the response that he, from a sports fan, like he demonstrated there. So
right. Which, have you ever watched his stand-up?
Oh, sure.
This guy is the most brutal to audience members.
Right.
Like, I always love it watching a Bill Burr stand-up and seeing someone, like, say something out loud. And I'm just like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, you don't do that.
Like, this guy destroys people that do that.
Exactly.
Like, destroys. Like, there is no mercy for people that speak out at a Bill Burr show.
That is funny.
But they keep doing it.
Yeah.
I guess people are a glutton for punishment. Right?
But yeah, good stuff. I don't know. I think it's great that he gets to keep talking about Star Wars. Last we heard, there's no rumor of him being in the next season, but who knows? Maybe it's all being kept under wraps.
Which is really wild, because his first appearance, I was like, okay, that was all right.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. His second appearance, though, like, that's a character that should stick around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like, that was a great performance. It was good writing. So, I'd like to see his character return.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It's just something I would have said after the first appearance. It just wouldn't have been.
Right.
So, but that's cool. his tone hasn't changed about Star Wars, which means the prospects of him coming back at Vast, very high.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't changed his tone. It's the
Exactly.
exact same.
Exactly.
Well, all right. If you have anything to add to the conversation, you can always email us, show@thewordsandmore.com. That's the best place to get a hold of us. We're also on social media, at The Words and More on Twitter, facebook.com/thewordsandmore. You can find all that and all the ways to find the show over at thewordsandmore.com. Any final thoughts this week, Doug?
No, I think that about covers it.
All right. We will talk next week.